Hey guys, this is Cam from 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm here to review the very first episode of the Chainsaw Man anime. Now, what a very good start. Not just a good start, a really good start. Um, I was on the fence of if I would watch it slash talk about it, but I knew if I were going to talk about it on the channel, I would watch it off the record. And after watching this episode, yeah, I had to talk about. I had to come on YouTube and talk about this. Um, and what a very good start to this show that I seemingly enough is interesting. Now, I heard about Chainsaw Man. It's like one of the biggest things in Shonen Jump. Today, today, and everybody loves Chainsaw Man. You know, people freaking are simping for the red-haired girl we see at the end of the episode, Makima. I believe that's how her name is pronounced. And then we get a very interesting start with an anime that's been hyped up, or a series that has been hyped up to be animated for a long time. Like, this thing freaking had Crunchyroll crashing. The last time I dealt with Crunchyroll slash Verve or whatever you use, either or, they're the same thing. The last time, I've ever heard of that type of stuff going down was back when Dragon Ball Super was airing, when Goku first went Ultra Instinct. Everybody, and if anybody remember that, you can even access Crunchyroll. It was barely, you were barely able to get on because it was crashing that long. And I'm hearing that, Chainsaw Man, because everybody's trying to watch Chainsaw Man, the site crashes. Now, I didn't have that issue. I logged on easily, and I was able to watch the episode. I watched it off my phone and everything. But that goes to show you how many people were hyped to see this show and how much this, or the series has done to them if they've read the manga. Now, I haven't seen a lick of the manga at all, but based on how many episodes we get this season, it definitely makes me want to be like, you know what, I might actually need to check out this manga too. But who knows? We'll see. But interesting premise here, and a really good, interesting start here from the episode of the fact that we're introduced to our main character, I'm guessing, named Denji, and he's with his devil dog named Puchita. And pretty much they're kind of these Denji's just kind of a poor man's dude, and we find out like at the start of the episode, this guy's giving up like all sorts of different body parts. Like he gave up his freaking eyes, something in his body. He gave like even freaking one ball sack up. I'm like, good God, he gave all these organ pieces in his body up for money because right now, we see he has a massive debt he has to pay off, which we get a flashback. He got in his debt because, well, his father had the debt, and his father, I guess the debt was too much for his father to handle, and he ended up killing himself. And pretty much he lives off with his devil dog Puchita, being a devil hunter, killing pretty much these monstrous devil-looking creatures for money. And the boss tells him, hey, do this, and this is how much you get paid, and he uses that money to be able to pay off his debt, and everything. And it was an interesting start to the premise, and then you get more of the backstory, how him and Denji and Puchita met, after the whole incident, after pretty much, which was kind of messed up, how the dude's like, yeah, so your father had this debt, now you gotta pay it off, otherwise we'll cut you up into many pieces. And I was like, he's just a kid, dude. You expect him to pay him off? And then, the next thing, and he runs into the devil dog who was hurt and injured, and we find out that, I guess, if devils eat or suck on a human's blood, they can heal up, and pretty much that started the friendship they once had. And it's an interesting thing, and I think Denji is actually a pretty interesting character, because you have a part in this episode where he's chilling in his shack and everything, and he's just like, I just want to live a normal life, man. I just want to live a normal life where I can hang out with you, Puchita, be able to chillax for once, not have to do this devil hunting stuff. I want to be a normal person with a girlfriend, be able to hang out and spend time with her, and then freaking flirt with her as you're eating my bread and everything. And I'm just like, I can respect this man's goals. He just wants a girlfriend. He just wants the freaking girlfriend. He wants a normal life. My guy just is like, I'm done with this devil stuff. I just want a normal life, and I want a girlfriend right next to me flirting. And I'm like, I don't blame you one bit coming from a man's perspective. I don't blame you one bit. I wouldn't want that lifestyle. My God, would I like to have a girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend currently right now, but I can totally relate to that. But yeah, so our boy just wants to live a normal life, and that's pretty much his dream. Just to pretty much after he's done doing this devil hunting stuff, after he clears up his debt, just live off, find somewhere to live, and just have a normal everyday human life. And you really can't hate that. And honestly, it's kind of actually a pretty bland ass goal or dream for him to want. Now, mind you, at the end of the episode, it seems like he's not going to get that because his Makima girls are like, well, hey, either you die or you work for us, pretty much. Yeah, we get more. We get more of an understanding, and then you get to part of the episode where where the boss character's like, here's the thing, and then you end up finding out he ends up getting possessed by this devil, which we literally see how Denji where this devil like pretty much turns people who make deals with it into zombies, pretty much. So it's like, oh, this looks like Walking Dead / Resident Evil shit right here. Probably more Resident Evil, if you ask me. And you see it to where our boy Denji gets caught, and him and Pochita end up getting badly wounded. And you have it to where it's like, we see it where they were stuffed in the freaking trash can. The dog's already cut in half, but freaking we have it to where when they show it, Denji was cut into freaking pieces. Like his head was cut off. You see his torso, his hands and arms were cut off. I was like, good God, geez, they really just messed him up. And then you have it to where the blood from him, from his pretty much all the cut up pieces of his body goes into Pochita's mouth, and we have it to where Pochita remembers remember a flashback where Denji told him, hey, if I ever die, I don't want you to live alone by myself where devil hunters are after you, so you have full right to take over my body. And I like the relationship that Pochita and Denji had in one episode. I like this relationship, and I can understand that these two characters, this pet and this human, cared for each other, because really, let's be honest, they were the only ones they had left for each other, because we know Denji lost his dad killed himself. Apparently, we find out, I guess his mom died of heart disease or something like that, because we see him in the episode coughing up blood. So he probably was going to die anyways, because if you're coughing up blood, well, then that's a sign of something's going on with your heart. And he was probably going to die because probably maybe a heart attack or heart disease or something. But we also see how desperate this guy was. Like, this guy pretended to eat a cigarette, which was absolutely messed up that the guy made him do. But like I said, you could feel the relationship between Denji and Pochita as a very close-knit relationship, because these two characters, they were all they had left, and they had each other's back and everything. And you really could feel that sense and bond. And then you have it to where Pochita ends up, pretty much, I guess, fusing with Denji, and Denji comes back alive, and they have a whole discussion, and they make a whole deal where Pochita talks to Denji, and he's like, listen, for me, here's the deal. I'll give you my heart if you can promise me we'll be able to see the dream you want, if I can see the dream you want to obtain. And they make that deal and everything, and he comes up, and it was absolutely funny how the one devil was like, wait, I thought we cut this guy up here. What's going on? And then that's when you see him like, tell Denji's like, I'm gonna get revenge. All he does is like pull the string like he's freaking Woody from Toy Story, and he turns into the Chainsaw Man, where he has chainsaws on his freaking arms, and then he's got the mask with the chainsaw like Pochita does on his forehead, and he just went to absolute hecticness. One of the bloodiest, goriest scenes I've seen, and I was like, okay, the animation honestly looks really good. Honestly, and I'll talk about that before I end up the video, but the animation, albeit with it being CGI, it looked pretty damn good. And then you have it to where Denji defeats the devil, and then the episode ends off with the girl everybody's been freaking simping for in their mamas. Like, my God, everybody's been simping for this redhead girl named Makima, and she pretty much is like sees what happened. Now she wanted to kill this zombie like devil, and pretty much I'm guessing the thing is if a girl hugs him, he deforms or something like that from the Chainsaw Man state he's in. And pretty much she lays down the ultimatum of the fact that, listen, you know, either you can die as a devil or you can live as a human. And pretty much she offers him, like, listen, we can take you in, and we can give you what you need, like food and everything. And you know, he's like breakfast, like what type of breakfast? What are we having? And she pretty much lays out like, oh yeah, we're gonna have coffee, all this other stuff you typically eat at breakfast and everything. And that's kind of where the episode ends off there. So I'm guessing this girl's gonna throw out the ultimatum, like, hey, come work for us. We won't treat you wrong or anything. Like, and everything. Be a devil hunter with us, because we find out that she's a devil hunter too. So yes, I'm gonna be watching more to see why people simp for Makima a lot. I'm already simping right now because she's hot as hell. But anyways, really solid start. Really solid start. The opening was really good. I like the song, and I even like the ending song too. The opening visuals were pretty crazy. Like, there was one part, speaking of one crazy part, there was one part where Makima is walking and has a freaking leash on Denji, and Denji's walking like he's a damn dog. I'm like, explain what's going on. Is my man gonna be that down bad for Makima that he will just just be like, hey, maybe, you know, he might actually, I don't know. Maybe there's two girls we see, Makima and the girl with the horns. I don't know what her name is. But I'm guessing he's gonna go for Makima because that girl is the one that hugged him and everything. And I guess so. I guess he's that down bad for Makima. And if people, with what I'm hearing on social media, how people are that bad, down bad for Makima, I'm like, Jesus Christ. You people crazy. But I like the opening, I like the ending songs, and I do like the opening visuals. It's gonna be very interesting. And then, you know, the last thing, obviously people are gonna talk about the animation, the CGI. I'll be honest, the CGI doesn't look that bad. I remember, like, I guess people were complaining, I guess, you know, at some, you know, convention or something, they like shown off the first episode, and people were freaking complaining about the animation and the CGI looking very bad. It's honestly, it didn't look that bad. It actually looked kind of fluid. It's not like freaking, and trust me, I've seen bad CGI, and it's funny because not even yesterday when the Bleach premiere, when the Bleach first episode of Thousand Year Blood War started, you had people complaining about the CGI on the hollows there, and I'm like, people just find ways to nitpick. So I won't be shocked if today people come on to say, man, the freaking CGI on Chainsaw Man looks absolutely gross. I already know people are like that. You know, you can't have your ways. There's always those haters slash nitpickers out there that freaking just absolutely just trash something because, you know, it might not be something. Like, you know, for example, another CGI thing. I wasn't really a fan of the CGI of the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie. When I went to go see the movie, you know, other than how Whis looked, I was honestly fine with the CGI, and it honestly didn't look that bad. I think it kind of just is a whole thing of your eyes adjusting, but it doesn't really look that bad. But altogether, Chainsaw Man, really solid start, and I'm very much intrigued, and I can't wait to see more of Chainsaw Man. Very good. So really good start for getting me introduced, getting me intrigued on a show that, hey, I can't wait to see more of, and I guess I can't wait to see more of Makima either. Yeah, so I guess you can say I'm down bad for Makima too. Anyways, guys, catch you guys in the next video. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on the first episode of Chainsaw Man. If you had any troubles getting on to watching the episode because of the crashing site of Crunchyroll, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Chainsaw Man content or any other anime content I upload for this fall of anime 2022. Again, I believe last time I checked, we're only 2 subscribers away from 500 subscribers. So share out the video and hey, tell them to hit the subscribe button if you want to get more content. But till then, guys, catch you guys later. Peace.